Forgot what I was gonna say. Hey everybody. Well, it's Valentine's Day. I know it's been a while since I made a video. Obviously a couple things have changed. It's actually not as dark as it looks. I'll try to warm my fingers up. It's color changing. So things have been going well. Been really busy with school. Like I said, it's Valentine's Day, so I figured I'd record something. You know, I know a lot of people hate this day, especially when they're alone like I am. But I kind of changed it on itself a little bit, and you know, I'm more considering all my friends my Valentines, just like it used to be in elementary school. Just because there's not one specific person doesn't mean that there's not lots of people that love me. You know, someday I'll have that person, and that'll be pretty freaking awesome. Until then, I got me. So, school's been going well. I'm on the cusp of falling behind, but not. I'm not reading as much as I should. I should be reading, you know, before every class, and not really happening. As far as homework goes, I'm getting it all done. My grades are coming in at least average of the class, if not better, which is pretty damn good. And things are happening. Really cool thing is my calculus class, which is calculus 3, which for the few or majority, whatever, of you who do not know, that is basically doing calculus with vectors, and I get it. It's really easy for me. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I have a feeling the reason I understand it so well is because it directly correlates to what I needed to understand to continue working on my project. So I'm really excited about that because I'm starting to understand how the computer can take something it sees in an image, and you know, depending on what area that is, it can pick it up and flatten it. Or I can take something flat and lay it down on something in the image. And you know, I didn't understand what that was, but I'm starting to, and it's some pretty cool stuff. And you know, a good example is if somebody was to Photoshop something into a photo. Well, sometimes you want this piece of paper to look like it's actually sitting over here, or it's bent or whatever. That's the math that does that, and that's pretty awesome. But hold on, my bra strap is falling down. So I got that going for me, and that's really exciting and everything else. And you can kind of see my fingernails. It turns pink when it's warm and purple when it's cold, and it's kind of cold in here right now, so my fingers are purple. But yeah, so I posted on Facebook today just saying, you know, everybody, I love you. You're all amazing, and you're all my Valentine. And if we're still back in elementary school, every damn one of you would get a really awesome, crazy Valentine's in the box. And then I thought about it for a minute and went, you know what? Kind of has a euphemism to go with it. And so I just wrote at the bottom, yeah, decide how you want to take that. But, so, you know, I've got that going on, and school's great, which is what I've been saying. I'm starting to kind of get my mojo back as far as it goes with wanting to eat healthy and wanting to exercise. I might actually exercise tonight after I do this video. I am setting up a menu for the rest of the month, and I'm basically just going to cook healthy crock pot meals once or twice a week and pre-portion and freeze them. I figure that's a much better way to eat healthy on the schedule I have right now, because I really don't have time to cook a meal from scratch for every meal. And you know, that's not really working out so well. And my diet's consisted of Taco Bell, Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, you know, all the really healthy choices. So hopefully I can get that going and I can start kind of get back on track with my health goals. Exercise-wise, I have been going to yoga when I get the chance. Unfortunately, all my favorite classes and my school schedule don't mix. But I'll get there. Let's see here. What else? Obviously, like I showed you earlier, I dyed my hair. We bleached it all the way out to platinum and then added purple highlights. Unfortunately, most of the purple has gone away. There's still a little bit of coloring in there every once in a while. Whatever. I think the blonde looks gorgeous. I really like it. I talked to my friend Lindsay about possibly getting it's some sort of kind of dye that you can use between dyeing sessions to kind of bring the purple back a little bit. I'm contemplating it. I haven't decided yet. I like the simple blonde, but I also kind of want that out there, crazy, wild hair. Yeah, one of the two. Voice is still bugging me. I mean, just having this conversation with you guys, all I hear is a bassy rumble because the wall is just knocking it back at me. So that's probably why you've noticed I keep fluctuating to where I hate my voice. Someday I'll love it. Not today. What else we got here for you guys? Oh, this is a good one. The kids convinced me to go swimming. It was super busy at the pool this weekend. There's a really nice indoor pool, for those of you who haven't heard about it yet in one of my videos. And it was packed. Well, before that, the kids and I went to Target and we picked up me a bathing suit. It was two-piece, and bikini bottom, and then a top that kind of flares a little bit and rides about where the bikini bottom starts. And I got them in the pool, went to the girls' bathroom, went into one of the stalls, changed into my bikini, and I went swimming. And despite the fact that there was people everywhere, that is the most comfortable that I've ever been in the water at a public pool. Private pools, a little bit different. But at a public pool, I've always felt self-conscious. And I think that jumps down to the fact that, a girl should have a top on. And it was really weird feeling comfortable while being uncomfortable, while being terrified that people were going to call me out on not being a girl. And overall, the day was wonderful. The day was great. If I can figure it out, I'll probably stitch in a picture of the picture I posted on Facebook. And I think it's a pretty picture. I'm not going to give you guys the changing room pictures, so don't ask. They're on Facebook somewhere, so if you can find me, you'll find them. I'll also post the after pictures of when I get my hair done. I promised that last video, which, wow. House has actually been cleaned lately, which is nice. I'm starting to get out of that depressive state again. I'm still depressed. I still have anxiety. But it's not so bad that I'm not cleaning myself or keeping my surroundings clean. So it's kind of nice. I'm still struggling a lot with my identity. I'm still struggling a lot with my self-worth. I'm still struggling a lot with not feeling like a freak when I go out. It's kind of the fact of life when you're trans. Everything about you and everything about who you should be in your brain don't mix. So not only do I have to deal with the typical girl things of, seeing the not even unhealthy, but like on my Facebook profile or on my Facebook page, my friends will go on vacation somewhere, in the Caribbean, Mexico or whatever, and they'll post bikini pics. And oh my God, are they gorgeous? It's not like they have that unhealthy, size 0 body. They've got average bodies, but they're bodies that I feel like I'll never get. And, most women will understand this feeling completely. There's that body image thing going on. But I have to put on top of that it is impossible, short of drastic bone-shattering surgery or hip implants and all kinds of craziness, for me to ever have that body shape. I could get down to a really skinny weight and have almost no fat on me. Sure. But am I ever going to actually not have a barrel chest and actually have hips that are wider than my chest line? No. And yes, there's some women out there that are like that too. But, male puberty made things impossible. Short of cracking my ribs and resetting them, there's no way that my chest is ever going to get down to an average woman size. There's no way that my boobs will ever be as close as a normal woman. There's no way that my shoulders will ever be as narrow as a typical woman's. And those are things I can live with, And there's no way I'm ever going to have anything than an inverted triangle body shape. I can do workouts and I can build muscle mass and, there's things in there. But, at the end of the day, there's parts of me that no matter how hard I try, I can't change. To a point, we're all like that. But, that's the struggle. That's what I'm trying to explain. My fellow trans girls and boys, you're going to understand what I'm trying to say. People who don't understand what it's like to be trans or can't come to grips with that, you may not understand it. And, you may be the one saying, well, everybody has body image issues. Yes, they do. It's just, most people with body image issues, hard work and perseverance or a very unhealthy diet, you can get where you want. Us trans people can't. Short of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars, we got the body we're built in. And I'm okay with that. Does it cause me issues sometimes? Yes. Do I wish it was different? Hell yes. But there's nothing I can do to change it. All I can do is learn to live with the body I have and change what I can to lessen that pain, that frustration, whatever you want to call it. And that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm trying to do. And then, you have to factor in the fact that, unfortunately, the way a lot of the public sees people like me is, I'm a freak. I'm a man in girls' clothing. I'm whatever. And yes, I understand that most people don't see me that way. A lot of people probably just see me and see a woman. And thank God for you. But that doesn't mean that it's not what I see. That's not what I feel. I had a discussion with one of my friends not too long ago, and we talked about how the way we talk to ourselves as compared to other people. And the things I say to myself, I would never in a million years say to even my worst enemy. I'm not that kind of person. I am not a nasty person at all. I am not somebody who treats other people like that. I don't care who you are. You could be my worst enemy. I could want to put a bullet in your brain. I'm still not going to say the things that go on in my brain to you. And it makes you wonder, why do we talk to ourselves this way? How can I tell myself that I am an ugly, filthy, nasty person who no one's ever gonna love and I don't deserve to live? How can I tell myself these things? When I'm having a really bad day, I've gotten to the point where I sit down on the couch and I talk to myself. And it gets harder and harder and harder to say those nasty things out loud. Because you realize how quickly that they're not true. And that's the depression and anxiety rearing its ugly head. Maybe someday I'll get rid of those. I don't know. Well, I guess I kind of lost track of where I was going with that one. So, let's see what else I got for you guys. Over the past couple weeks, I've realized that I'm a lot more social than I thought I was. As a boy, you couldn't drag me out to go somewhere unless I knew everybody there and I was unbelievably comfortable with everybody there. As Becky, all I want to do is go out and meet new people. Today on the train, one of my friends that I hang out with at the LGBT center at the rare campus, I see him twice a week. He got on the train. Old me would have sat there and pretended he didn't exist, because that involved me getting up and going over and initiating a conversation with somebody. Me? I didn't even hesitate. I tried to catch his eye and see if he'd come sit by me. When he didn't, I grabbed my shit, I got up, I went over there and sat right in front of him, and we had a great conversation on the way to school. I didn't have to sit there and read my book. I didn't have to listen to my music. I was able to enjoy talking to a person. It was awesome. And then, his classroom was damn near the same building as mine, so I got to walk with somebody all the way in. It was the most enjoyable commute to school I've ever had. And I hope to see and start doing that a lot more often. I've been actually going and spending time with friends. And I've realized that I'm not as much of an introvert as I thought I was. I'm getting to the point where being around people and having these amazing conversations and just feeling like somebody cares invigorates me, and I don't feel exhausted when it's over. I can only imagine the personality I would have developed had it always felt like that. What would have high school been like? What would have, my 20s been like if I actually liked people? If I enjoyed going out and meeting people and spending time with people, talking to new people I've never met before. It's just mind-boggling and kind of crazy. So I'm slowly learning new things about myself, and that's really awesome. I can't think of anything else I want to talk about right now, so I'm going to leave it here. I am going to dive into some physics homework because it's due tomorrow, and if I have time, I might actually go get some work in and make some money. Funds are starting to shorten up again, and it's only halfway through the month. So I love each and every one of you. You are all absolutely amazing. Each and every one of you who wants to be, you are my Valentine. And, if you need somebody to talk to, find me on Facebook, reach out to me on this video, whatever you gotta do. There's plenty of links all over the place. I'm here. I'll listen. I'll talk. You might not get a response right away if it's 2 a.m., but you will get a response. Now, if you're going to be creepy about it, I'm just going to delete the conversation because I won't deal with that. But somebody who genuinely needs a friend, I'm here. Consider following my blog or liking my stuff, or even following my YouTube account. When people actually view my stuff and follow it and subscribe or whatever else you want to call it, it gives me a reason to want to keep going and add stuff. You gotta motivate me if you like this stuff. Otherwise, I do it when the mood hits, and you're just gonna get what you get. And it's still kind of only for me, where I can look back on all this in 10 years and see how far I've come. I mean, I watched the first video a while back. I'm not that person anymore. I'm already a completely different person. I mean, hell, my hair is past my shoulders and blonde. I'm starting to get to a point where I'm filling out a C cup. There's been a lot of big changes. Pretty exciting changes. Anyway, I ranted again. I love you all. You're amazing. Be good. Have fun. Love yourself. Love everyone else. Be the person your pets think you are. Have a wonderful day.